So you want to work and study in Russia? In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the 7 best high-paying side hustles that you can do while being a student. You can go to classes and also make bag on the side. So if that's what you're up to, let's get right into the video. The first side hustle we have here is hair making or hair grooming. So this market in Russia is actually very lucrative because a lot of Russians can't really make African hair, or they can't really cut African hair. So if you're someone that actually knows how to make hair or actually knows how to cut people's hair and you're very good, you can actually sell your service from 500 rubles and upwards, depending on how good you are and depending on the competition you have in your city. Me, for example, I cut my hair for 800 rubles once in 2 weeks. So that means I'm spending 1,600 rubles every month to cut my hair. So this just shows you how the market is like here. If you come here, you know how to cut people's hair, you're a guy, you know how to cut guys' hair. I mean, I think it's a very good market for the guys. And for the ladies, of course, you know how to make hair, you know how to braid, you know how to do all the different styles that girls love, the African styles and stuff like that. Also, some Russian women also like to do the African braids too. I've actually seen a couple of them. I mean, you can come here, you can charge from 1,000 rubles upwards for a single session of hair braiding. The second best side hustle I have here is teaching, and by teaching I mean teaching English. So if you didn't know, a lot of Russians will actually love to learn how to speak English, and not a lot of Russian citizens themselves know how to speak English. So this market in Russia is actually booming. For a teaching session, you can charge up to 600 rubles for your clients. That is 600 rubles for 1 hour of teaching English. I mean, if teaching is your passion, I think you're really going to enjoy it. But personally, it's not really the top of the top side hustle for me, but it's something you can actually do on the side without having to sacrifice your school or your education. You go to school during the day and then you come back during the evening and you have to, put in the work and get your bag from teaching English from 600 rubles upwards, depending on how many times you can work in a week or how many hours you yourself can work in a week as the teacher of English. The third side hustle we have here, which I think is for me is the best, is photography. So guys, in case you didn't know, I am a photographer and I charge, I'm going to use the market in my city. Photographers typically in my city charge from 3,500 rubles per hour to infinity, so it's endless. So depending on how good you are, people consider me to be very good. So I can charge 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, even 7,000, depending on the clients and also depending on how many hours they book and just some other factors actually. So the next side hustle I have here is videography or cinematography, videography. This is actually my industry and I can tell you for sure this is like one of the best because I don't have to go and work for 3 hours, 4 hours. Sometimes I just go for 1 hour. Sometimes it's not even up to 1 hour. I can get at least 3,000 rubles, at least 3,000 rubles for 30 seconds video. That just shows you how good the market here is for making videos. I mean, I'm not trying to downplay my work because actually I've been doing it for a long time, so I'm pretty good and I'm pretty experienced in making videos and taking pictures. So that's why I can actually do things faster. But for some beginners that might be watching this video, my advice for you actually is first of all, if you're going to pick photography and videography as the craft you want to learn why you come to Russia, I advise you invest in your craft, invest in good camera equipment and not just shooting with your phone, or just basically invest in yourself and also put yourself out there and just shoot, show your work, have your Instagram profile set up, and yeah, you'll be able to work with Russians and work with international students alike and get the bag. So the fifth side hustle I have here is catering, cooking. If you know how to cook African food, if you know how to cook in general, not just African food. Me, for example, before I didn't used to have time to cook, and there was a senior that was here in my city before, and I used to pay her sometimes to make stew for me. I also had one of my friends that was also here before. She used to order turkey, order a lot of things from different vendors or different food vendors here in my city. So it's actually a very lucrative business because you can charge any amount that you want to charge. I mean, obviously you're not going to overcharge people, but you can charge any amount as long as you're providing this value of cooking food for people. You can also do meal preps for people that don't have time to cook. There are some students here that actually cook like in batches, like they cook, let me say they cook 20 plates of jollof rice and they'll be like, jollof rice is available today. So every single time they always get sold out. So I think it's actually very good business, especially for the African community. I mean, these videos get towards the African community basically because I myself, I am an African and I'm speaking from my own experience as an African living in Russia. The next one I have here is being a web developer. This is just basically the tech field. And as we all know, the tech field is where the bag is at, or there's a lot of money in the tech field also. I've seen some of my Russian friends charge up to 30,000 rubles just to develop a site. I know I'm saying just, but it's not just because I mean a lot of expertise goes into this. These side hustles are not only like, especially the ones you can do remotely, they're not basically tied down to just being in Russia. You can be in Russia and also be working with other people from America, from Dubai, from Canada, and just different countries. All you have to just do is just to be able to set up your payments on how you're going to receive your payment, and the rest is easy and simple to do. The next one I have on the list is modeling. And in modeling, there are a lot of African models in Russia, and actually this market is actually on the rise because a lot of Russian brands now want to incorporate the African community in their brands, that kind of thing. Like you want to have like some African models too. I think you can get up to 4,000 rubles and upwards for a modeling session. I think think so. So these are the top 7 side hustles I had for you guys. For those of you that want to work and study in Russia and you don't want to have to sacrifice your school, you don't want to have to sacrifice your education, you can just do it on the side. You don't have to show up every single day like corporate jobs. These jobs you can do it from your home, you can do it after your class, you can do it in the evening. So it just depends on how hard you're willing to work and how hard or how willing you are to show up for work. This was a pretty short video because I didn't want to ramble too much. Just give you guys the basic rundown of some jobs or the best high paying side hustles you can do as students in Russia. If you enjoyed the video and you would like to see some other videos, do also to leave the comments down below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, do also hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, turn on your post notifications, and sharing this video with your family and friends or whoever you think that might want to come to Russia. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Today, it's your boy DTP signing out. Stay safe and peace. Bye bye.